I came to, laying on a wet, sandy floor, blood on my arms and legs where my suit had ripped. I immediately looked for Havar and spotted him laying a couple of meters away from me. His scuba mask was completely shattered. As fast as I could, I ran over to him. But why could I run in the first place? That's when I finally realized that the water was gone. I was able to breathe, even though my oxygen tank was damaged. Then Havar finally came to, so I helped him remove his mask and clean up the blood. The mask's glass had cut his face in multiple places, but luckily, as far as I could see, they weren't very deep, and his eyes weren't damaged. We looked up to see where he came from. There was a giant crater about 10 meters above us. It kind of looked like a funnel, but we couldn't see the end. The area we were in looked like a massive, dark cave made out of the same weird-looking stone. At least our lamp survived, which gave us about 30 meters of vision. Which wasn't much, but it was better than nothing. But what were we supposed to do now? Our only choice of action was to just explore the cave and hope to find a way out, if one actually existed. We were walking further and further into the unknown, while trying to make sense of everything that just happened. After walking for what felt like hours, we spotted a large object in the distance. We approached it with caution, trying to identify what was laying in front of us. It actually was the submarine. So I was also dragged down into this strange place. What kind of massive power do these currents have? At this point, what were you supposed to do now, other than board the submarine? There was no going back now, figuratively and literally. Getting in was quite easy to our surprise. The hatch wasn't properly closed, so we were able to lift it up without much effort. The red emergency light was still switched on and immersed the inside of the submarine in a bloody tone, as if we were standing in the belly of a whale carcass. The peculiar odor that filled the air did not help. I recognized that stench. It's a one-of-a-kind smell. The smell of death. Fourth Horseman's frightening fragrance fills every space it reaches with sorrow and grief. I immediately armed myself with the first thing I could find, a broken steel pipe. Havar followed right behind me, scavenging a damaged valve off the floor. Now armed, we continued exploring the submarine with caution. Flinching at every faint sound, we made our way further and further into the bloody belly of the submarine. What the hell happened here? We asked ourselves while finding more and more traces of destruction. From more damaged pipes and valves to metal doors laying on the floor with broken hinges, seemingly the result of forced entry. There was also a lot of oil spilled everywhere. No, not oil. That's blood. Almost everything was splattered with half-dried blood. A destroyed British submarine off the Norwegian coast sucked down into a giant cave below the ocean floor and completely drenched in blood as the cherry on top. Reality just felt broken, while basically having an existential crisis. I noticed something moving in my peripherals. I immediately raised my pipe in defense, but what I saw will never leave my mind. There was a man lying under a control panel in the corner of the room, or rather half of a man. He had been brutally ripped in two by his torso, organs hanging out, and blood everywhere. I almost threw up everywhere, but was able to hold myself together. I inspected the dead body. The badge said Captain Harvey. So that was the man that sent the distress signal. Well, I guess he didn't quite survive. But in turn, I realized that everything was quiet. So where was Hova? I frantically looked around for him, but he was nowhere to be seen. He had just vanished without a trace. I ran without any care, searching for him. Where did he go? What happened?